My name is Dr. Ethan Carter, a health expert based in California, with over 15 years of experience helping people in their 30s to 50s regain their shape and confidence in a way that's sustainable, scientific, and grounded in love for their bodies. Hello. Maybe you're watching this video after a long day at work, or perhaps you're winding down before bed. It could even be a quiet weekend morning, one of those rare moments you get to yourself. Wherever you are, I'd like to ask you to take a few seconds just to tune into your breath. Let me tell you a story. One afternoon about 6 years ago, I met a patient named Lisa. She was 41, a single mom, working in finance. She didn't come to me with any major illness. She simply said, "I just don't feel like myself anymore. Every morning I wake up feeling heavy, physically, emotionally." She wasn't obese, but she couldn't wear her favorite pair of jeans anymore. Her lower belly stuck out, and every day, a sense of helplessness grew a little more. So what happened to Lisa? And perhaps to you? In our 30s to 50s, our bodies change dramatically, but no one really tells us how or why. We get busy, work, kids, responsibilities, and belly fat creeps in silently. It's not just about feeling uncomfortable in your clothes. It's about your health. Deeply. I'm not here to sell you a magic pill, and I'm not going to promise you six-pack abs in 7 days. But I do have a simple promise. If you understand your body and treat it right, it will change. Did you know that? Losing just 2 inches off your waist can lower your risk of heart disease by up to 25%? Belly fat is one of the clearest signs of imbalance in hormones, sleep, stress, and even your relationship with yourself. That's why today, I invite you to start a journey back into your body. Not with judgment, not with pressure, but with understanding, healing, and a return to the real you, vibrant, strong, and confident in your reflection. In this video, I'll be sharing with you why belly fat is the most stubborn to lose, even when you eat less and exercise more. The most common mistakes that keep you stuck. And most importantly, the 3 golden pillars that will help you truly reclaim your waistline, gently, wisely, and sustainably. Each section of this video is built like a real-life program, something you can start right now, without buying anything at all. And if any part of what I just said resonates with you, I invite you to stay with me. Because this isn't just about losing belly fat. It might just change the way you eat, move, and think about your body for good. So, are you ready? Let's begin. You know, belly fat isn't simply fat. It tells a story, a daily message your body sends you. But instead of reading it, we often ignore it. Or worse, feel ashamed of it. Imagine this. You wake up, stand in front of the mirror, place your hand on your belly, and sigh. That feeling becomes so familiar you hardly think about it. It becomes part of you, like an invisible backpack you carry every day. But belly fat is not a small matter. There are 2 main types you need to truly understand. The first is subcutaneous fat, the layer you can pinch right under your skin. It may be unsightly or make clothes fit awkwardly, but it's not the most dangerous. The second, and the silent menace, is visceral fat. This fat surrounds vital organs like the liver, pancreas, intestines, even the heart. You can't see it easily, but it can kill quietly over time. I once had a patient named Andrew, 38 years old, not visibly overweight. Yet his MRI revealed visceral fat levels 3 times higher than normal. That explained his chronic fatigue, headaches, insomnia, and irritability, all without obvious cause. See, belly fat, especially visceral fat, is not just about being fat. It's directly linked to increased risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, metabolic syndrome, even colon and breast cancer. So, where does belly fat come from? Many think, I eat too much, I'm too lazy. But the real causes go much deeper and might surprise you. 1. Stress, the invisible saboteur of your waistline. As discussed earlier, stress is a top contender preventing your waist from slimming. It's not a nutritional culprit in appearance alone. Chronic stress affects hormones, metabolism, and fat burning directly. When stressed, your body releases cortisol, the survival hormone. It once helped our ancestors escape danger. But today's tigers are emails, deadlines, bills, and social media. Still, our bodies react as if our lives are at stake, storing energy around the belly in response. Have you noticed you snack more when anxious? A Yale study found chronically stressed people eat more fats and sugars, especially at night. Not from weak willpower, but because stress triggers habit-forming brain areas for emotional soothing. One patient, Marianne, 37, confessed, "I'm not hungry, but every time I argue with my husband, I reach for chocolate. And only after eating do I feel like I can breathe again." Emotional eating is common, but it's a double-edged sword that expands your waistline. Cortisol also increases visceral fat, breaks down muscle, lowering resting calorie burn, disrupts blood sugar, fueling sugar cravings, causes insomnia, which triggers more stress. It creates a toxic cycle. Dieting and exercising may not work if stress isn't addressed. 2. Sleep deprivation. One lost night takes you closer to belly fat. You might think sleep only affects your mind, mood, or energy. That's true, but lack of sleep also enlarges your belly night after night. Take Alex, 42, a software engineer. He worked out 5 days a week and ate clean, yet his belly persisted. He slept only 5.5 hours nightly due to late work. That was the missing link. Sleeping less than 6 hours disrupts hunger hormones. Ghrelin increases and leptin decreases. You become hungrier, especially for sweets, fried foods, and fast food. A Stanford study showed that just 2 nights with under 5 hours of sleep increased ghrelin by 15%, decreased leptin by 17%, and led participants to consume an extra 300 calories/day, mostly from refined carbs and sugar. Sleep deprivation also slows metabolism, increases insulin resistance, particularly belly fat storage, raises cortisol again. One sleepless night makes you feel like a truck hit you, pushing you toward coffee and snacks just to survive. That's not weakness, it's hormones screaming for help. Further impacts. 1. Reduced motivation to exercise. 2. Increased emotional reactivity, more stress, more belly fat. 3. Impaired liver recovery, fatty liver, poor digestion, toxin buildup. How much sleep do you need? Adults need 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, not just time in bed. Try these tips. 1. Turn off screens 1 hour before bed. 2. Maintain a regular bedtime routine, even on weekends. 3. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. Its effects can last 8 hours. 4. Optimize your sleep environment. Cool, dark, silent. 5. Write down 3 things you're grateful for before sleep. You might sacrifice sleep to work, relax, or find alone time, and that's understandable. But remember, each night well slept is an investment in your health, skin, mood, memory, and waistline. A single night won't make you fat, but 30 to 60 nights of poor sleep and chronic stress, that's when your belly pays the price. Sometimes the best thing for losing belly fat isn't more workouts, but more sleep. 3. Hormones, the untold story in your 30s to 50s. A major truth rarely discussed. Your body is changing internally between ages 30 and 50, and hormones are the catalyst. You might eat better, exercise, cut sugar, and drink detox smoothies, but your waist could still expand. Is it just age? Yes, but not a surrender. It's a chance to adapt. At 30 to 50, hormones shift. This isn't just a women's issue. It's a universal midlife phenomenon. For women, perimenopause hits after 35. Estrogen and progesterone fluctuate, leading to fat stored more on the belly, less on hips/thighs. Reduced fat-burning capacity. Poorer sleep, more cortisol, fat storage. Mood swings and fatigue, less movement, more emotional eating. Natalie, 44, shared, "I eat like I did at 30, but now just looking at bread makes my belly expand." It's not weakness, it's a shifting endocrine blueprint. For men, testosterone declines about 1% per year after 30. Consequences: loss of muscle, lower resting metabolism, more visceral fat, lower motivation, more fatigue, and stress more cortisol. Hormonal imbalance doesn't announce itself. It sneaks up, leaving symptoms like gaining weight with less food, mood swings, and unexplained sadness, poor sleep, difficulty losing weight despite consistency. These aren't mistakes. They're signals your body needs a new approach. So how do you befriend your hormones? 1. Moderate exercise. Alternate HIIT 2-3 times/week, with strength training to boost fat-burning hormones and preserve muscle. 2. Eat healthy fats. Salmon, flaxseed, avocado support hormone production. 3. Don't skip meals, especially breakfast. Prolonged fasting can disrupt your HPA axis. 4. Sleep consistently. 7 to 8 hours helps restore melatonin and growth hormone. 5. Avoid endocrine disruptors. Reduce plastics, synthetic chemicals, and industrial fragrances. Have you ever felt like your body's not cooperating anymore? Many intelligent, disciplined people struggle to lose belly fat because they're fighting their hormones, not working with them. Here's the good news. Once you understand them, you can adapt. You don't need to go back to your 20s. You just need to make peace with your current self. 4. Sedentary lifestyle. Ever wonder, I don't overeat, I'm healthy, so why is my belly still growing? One often overlooked reason, sitting too much. We live in a sedentary era. 8 hours seated at work, 1 to 2 hours in the car. Dinner, Netflix, then bed. You could be seated from sunrise to bedtime, slowly sacrificing metabolism. Sitting too long doesn't just cause back or neck pain, it halts fat burning, especially around your belly. When you sit, blood flow decreases, fat metabolism slows. Lipoprotein lipase activity drops by 90% within 60 minutes. This enzyme breaks down fat in your blood. Core and thigh muscles sleep, muscle loss, lowered metabolic rate. Patient Jason, 46, an IT worker, exercised daily for 40 minutes, but still struggled with stubborn lower belly fat. His activity log revealed he sat for 12 hours daily outside the gym. 1 hour of exercise couldn't offset that. Think of your body as a flame. Morning workouts light the fire. But if you sit all day, the fire suffocates. The goal isn't marathon-level exercise. It's keeping that flame alive all day with constant micro-movements. Sedentary behavior increases. 112% risk of type 2 diabetes. 90% risk of cardiovascular disease. Hidden visceral fat. Weak core/hip muscles, poor posture, lower back pain, and shallow breathing. I have to sit for work, you might say. That's true, but you can still make changes. 1. Follow the 30-2 rule. After 30 minutes seated, stand or move for 2 minutes, stretch, walk, twist. 2. Use a standing desk for at least 1 to 2 hours daily. 3. Take phone calls while walking. See how many steps you add. 4. During TV commercials, do squats, planks, or march in place for 2 to 3 minutes. 5. Wear a watch or app that reminds you to stand regularly. Think of each seated moment as a signal. I'm not burning fat. Will you really stay seated forever? You don't need 100 sit-ups nightly. You need daily movement, flexibility, and light activity. Try this tomorrow. Set an alarm every 30 minutes. When it rings, stand, walk a few steps, reach your arms overhead, rotate your wrists and ankles. Repeat for 8 hours. You'll notice a difference in just 1 week. 5. Invisible diet. Ever feel like this? You don't eat much. You avoid sweets, fast food, drink water, eat salads. But your belly still won't shrink. You start questioning yourself. Is it age? Is it genetics? Am I missing something? Welcome to the world of the invisible diet, eating habits you don't even realize you're following. You may eat little, but the types of food your body can't process properly are hidden culprits. 1. Hidden sugars. You avoid pastries but drink boxed fruit juice? Skip candy but eat fruit-flavored yogurt? Processed foods often include disguised sugars like high fructose corn syrup, maltodextrin, dextrose, evaporated cane juice. Your body doesn't recognize the labels. It just registers sugar, insulin, spikes, belly fat storage. 2. Industrial oils. Diet oils like canola, soy, Corn are ultra-processed and high in omega-6. Without balancing omega-3, they cause inflammation, hormone disruption, and promote belly fat. A Harvard study linked a high omega-6/low omega-3 diet to a 2.5x increased risk of belly fat. 3. Refined carbs. White bread, white rice, instant noodles, cookies. These digest quickly, spike blood sugar, bring short satiety, followed by energy crashes and renewed hunger. The result? You eat more than you think, even if you feel you're eating light. 4. Stealth drinks. Bottled tea, often as sugary as soda. Energy drinks, high in caffeine plus sugar. Milk coffee with condensed milk, a sweet calorie bomb. Alcohol, especially beer. The liver prioritizes alcohol detox over fat processing. Belly fat forms more easily. The invisible diet isn't about how much you eat. It's about what you eat every day, often unconsciously. You may eat little, but if that little includes inflammatory, fat-storing, hormone-disrupting foods, you'll still gain belly fat. The solution isn't extremism, it's awareness. I'm not asking you to be 100% clean eaters. I invite you to read food labels before buying. Ask yourself after eating, do I feel light or heavy? Choose less processed, simpler foods. Patient Andrea, 39, said, I thought I was eating very healthily. But after tracking my meals for 3 days, I realized 60% came from packaged foods. Within 2 weeks of switching to real eggs, fresh vegetables, clean meat, and brown rice, her waist shrank by 3 centimeters without additional workouts. Belly fat doesn't come from one cause. It's the sum of living habits, emotions, unconscious food choices, and our lack of self-awareness. But here's the good news. When you understand the why, you gain the power to change the how. Part 3. Common mistakes when trying to lose belly fat. Be honest. How many methods have you tried to get rid of belly fat? Maybe you cut carbs completely. Maybe you forced yourself to run every morning despite aching knees. Maybe you tried a rapid detox plan or followed some influencer's advice to drink boiled pineapple water daily. I used to be like you. I believed in quick fixes because I was too exhausted to keep fighting myself. I thought, maybe I just need to try a little harder and my belly will shrink. But my waist didn't slim down. My body just became more and more drained. Why? Because I, like so many others, was making common mistakes no one really talks about. 1. The more crunches, the flatter the belly. Ever heard? Want to lose belly fat? Just do 100 crunches a day. The truth is, you can't spot reduce fat. Fat burning is a whole body process. Focusing only on abs strengthens the muscles underneath, but the outer fat layer remains untouched. I had a client with rock-solid abs, but no one could see them because the fat on top was too thick. That's why you can have six-pack abs hidden under a beer belly. What you need is not more crunches, but full body fat loss through how you eat, breathe, and live daily. 2. The less you eat, the better. This is one of the most dangerous misconceptions. Your body doesn't function like a calculator subtracting calories. It's a complex biological system. And when you eat too little, it doesn't burn fat as you expect. It switches into survival mode. Your body holds on to fat, especially around the belly, as a protection against perceived starvation. You might lose some weight at first, but soon feel sluggish, irritable, sleepless, and worse. Fat remains, but muscle vanishes. 3. Trusting detoxes, weight loss teas, and fat-burning pills. I get it, lose 5 kilograms in 7 days sounds tempting. But most of these products only make you lose water and muscle temporarily, not actual fat. One of my clients used a detox tea every morning, lost 3 kilograms in 5 days. But once she stopped, she gained 4 kilograms back, plus bloating and digestive issues. Your body doesn't need chemical cleansing. It needs you to stop poisoning it with poor habits. 4. Ignoring sleep and stress. You eat clean and work out consistently, but belly fat won't budge? The answer may lie in the 5 hours of sleep you got last night or the stress you've been suppressing all week. When you're sleep deprived, cortisol rises. And as you know, cortisol is the belly fat hormone. Stress isn't just emotional. It's a biological state that directly affects how your body stores energy. Uncontrolled stress equals belly fat that holds like a fortress. 5. Impatience, expecting results in 7 days. Belly fat comes on slowly, and it leaves slowly too. No one gains belly fat overnight. It's the result of hundreds of rushed meals, thousands of sedentary hours, and years of exhaustion. So don't expect it to disappear after a few days of detoxing. I had a patient who followed the plan correctly, consistently, and completely for 3 months. She lost only 2 kilograms, but her waist shrank by 7 centimeters. No dizziness, no fatigue, no quitting. Most importantly, she felt stronger, happier, and more confident. Do you recognize yourself in any of these mistakes? If yes, it's okay. We're not here to blame ourselves. We're here to learn, reset, and this time, do it right. In the next part, I'll guide you through the 3 golden pillars for sustainable belly fat loss: nutrition, exercise, and lifestyle habits. If you're truly serious about this journey, walk with me. We're not done yet. We're just getting started. Part 4.1, Nutrition. You won't lose belly fat without changing how you eat. But today, I'm not here to preach slogans like low carb or eat clean. I don't want you to live in fear of food. I want you to understand, eating right is how you tell your body, I'm protecting you. 1. Sugar, the silent but sophisticated enemy. Sugar isn't just in candy. It hides in bottled tomato sauce, healthy breakfast cereals, fruit-flavored yogurt, whole grain sandwich bread. When you consume sugar, your insulin spikes. This hormone triggers energy storage. And guess where insulin loves to store fat? In the belly. One patient, Julia, didn't drink soda, but had 2 bottles of bottled detox tea daily. She switched to water and cut hidden sugars, and lost 2.5 centimeters around her waist in just 10 days. 2. Protein and healthy fats. Your anti-inflammatory power duo. Protein not only builds muscle, it keeps you full longer, stabilizes blood sugar, and prevents constant snacking. Healthy fats, like avocado, flax seeds, and salmon, help reduce inflammation, a root of belly fat. Balance hormones. Prolong satiety. The ideal plate? A portion of lean protein plus green veggies plus a bit of healthy fat. For example, grilled salmon plus spinach salad plus olive oil. 3. Don't skip meals. Eat according to your body's clock. A common mistake: to lose fat, skip breakfast. Here's the truth. Skipping meals raises cortisol, destabilizes blood sugar, and leads to overeating later. Your body craves stability. Eat a full breakfast, a moderate lunch, and a light dinner. If it aligns with your lifestyle, you may explore intermittent fasting, but don't force it. 4. Water, the overlooked fat-burning fuel. Your body is 70% water. Fat-burning, oxidizing fatty acids, needs water to function efficiently. Even a 1 to 2% drop in hydration slows metabolism, saps energy, and hinders fat usage. Simple tips. Drink a glass of warm water upon waking. Keep a water bottle at your desk. Drink 10 minutes before meals to help control portions. Remember, proper nutrition isn't about making you thin. It's about bringing your body back to its healthiest state. Part 4.2, Exercise. You don't need to run an hour every day. You don't need an elite gym. You don't need fancy machines or athlete-level intensity. All you need is consistency and smart training. 1. Moderate cardio, brisk walking is enough. Walking briskly for 30 minutes a day is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to burn visceral fat, the dangerous type, around your organs. Research shows brisk walking lowers insulin and activates fat-burning enzymes. It increases blood flow to the belly, aiding fat breakdown. What you need: a good pair of shoes. Walk at a pace where you can talk, but not sing. 30 minutes a day, for breakfast, lunch break, or after work. One patient, George, 52, started with just 3 loops around his house daily and lost 6 kilograms in 3 months without drastic diet changes. 2. HIIT, short duration, long-lasting burn. HIIT, high-intensity interval training, Involve short bursts of high effort, followed by rest, typically 15 to 20 minutes total, with fat-burning effects lasting 24 to 48 hours afterward. Beginner routine. 30s jumping jacks. 30s rest. 30s squats. 30s rest. Repeat 3 to 5 rounds. You can do this at home with no equipment. Just go all out while you're working. 3. Strength training, metabolism's foundation. After age 30, muscle mass declines roughly 3 to 8% per decade. Less muscle equals slower metabolism equals belly fat gain. Strength training helps you burn calories even at rest, tone and shape your body, protect your spine, and reduce back pain. Recommendations: 2 to 3 sessions/week. Key exercises: plank push-ups, squats, lunges, light weightlifting. 20 to 30 minutes per session. 4. Recovery. Treat your body like a friend. Many people skip recovery. After workouts, breathe deeply for 5 minutes. Gently stretch the worked muscles. Thank your body for its effort. No recovery equals chronic inflammation equals more fat accumulation. Treat your body with kindness, not punishment. Exercise isn't punishment for eating too much. It's a gift you give your body, saying, "I believe in you. I want you healthy, light, and full of life." Part 4.3. Lifestyle habits. Even with perfect nutrition and consistent training, your efforts can quietly erode without balanced lifestyle habits. Lifestyle habits are the glue that holds everything together. They're the foundation that keeps your waistline light and your spirit strong. 1. Sleep, where hormones rejuvenate and belly fat melts. Your body doesn't burn fat during workouts. It burns the most at night, during deep restorative sleep when hormones rebalance. Melatonin rises, deeper sleep. Cortisol drops, less fat storage. A growth hormone, HGH, rises, cell repair, fat burning, muscle maintenance. Getting 7 to 8 hours nightly isn't a luxury. It's essential for eliminating belly fat. Tips: turn off your phone at least 1 hour before bed. Take a warm shower or herbal tea. Keep the room at 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. Create a nightly ritual, like turning off lights and deep breathing for 5 minutes. 2. Stress reduction, through actions, not just words. I once asked a patient, "How stressed are you each day?" He replied, "I don't know when I'm not stressed anymore." That's common for people aged 30 to 50. Life's pressures weigh heavily. And stress, as you know, keeps cortisol elevated and belly fat clinging tight. You can restore calm, not by quitting your job or moving to an island, but through simple acts. 5 minutes of morning meditation. 10 minutes of phone-free walking. Listening to favorite music during traffic jams. Writing down 3 things you're grateful for each night. These small, daily rituals are the most sustainable anti-belly fat vitamins. 3. Positive self-talk. How you speak to yourself matters. Have you ever looked in the mirror and said, "I look terrible"? I have. And I know how quickly that thought kills motivation. But your body listens to every word you say. Instead of saying, "I'm so fat," say, "I'm healing every day." "My belly is ugly." Say, "This is where I begin to care." "I hate this body." Say, "I'm grateful my body still carries me forward." It's not easy, but it's the behavior of someone growing with their health, not just trying to fit into jeans. Belly fat isn't only a physical issue. It reflects how you respond to life, how you eat, breathe, and speak to yourself. And when you start sleeping well, breathing deeply, living a little slower, your waistline will respond in the most surprising way. Gentler, flatter, and more like your true self than ever before. Part 5. 7-Day Belly Fat Kickstart Plan. You've heard so much about hormones, sleep, stress, eating right, exercising smart. But if you never start, all that knowledge remains just that, knowledge. So today, I want to give you a gift. Something simple, practical, and pressure-free. A 7-day belly fat kickstart plan. You don't need to do everything each day. Just pick one thing per day and commit to doing it with intention. Because action is what creates change. Day 1, clean out your kitchen. Open your fridge and pantry. Throw out cookies, sodas, sugary cereals, bottled sauces, frozen fried foods. Stock up on clean eggs, leafy greens, oats, avocado, salmon, lean chicken, chia seeds. Why? Your environment shapes your behavior. If your kitchen is full of junk, you'll eat junk. Make your kitchen a place that nourishes, not sabotages, your health. Day 2, walk for 30 minutes. No need to run. No need for fancy activewear. Just wear comfy shoes and walk, in the park, around your block, even in the hallway. Breathe deeply. Hold your head high. Count your steps if you like. These 30 minutes are your way of reconnecting with your body. Why? Light walking is a sustainable, safe way to trigger fat burning, especially visceral fat. Day 3, have a high-protein breakfast. Ideas: boiled eggs plus avocado plus sautéed spinach and olive oil. Overnight oats with chia seeds plus nut milk plus cinnamon. Greek yogurt plus pumpkin seeds plus blueberries. Avoid white bread, sugary cereals, pastries, sweetened milk coffee. Why? A protein-rich breakfast keeps you full, lowers insulin, and curbs sugar cravings, keeping your belly lighter all day. Day 4, go to bed 30 minutes earlier. Turn off your phone, TV, and laptop at least 1 hour before bed. Read a book, take a warm shower, use lavender essential oil. Try a bedtime ritual like the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Why? Every 30 minutes of extra sleep is a big gift to your waistline. Better sleep, lower cortisol, better insulin balance, gradual belly fat reduction. Day 5, 10-minute HIIT workout at home. Sample routine: 1-minute squats, 30 seconds rest. 1-minute jumping jacks, 30 seconds rest. 1-minute plank, 30 seconds rest. 1-minute mountain climbers, 30 seconds rest. 1-minute squat pulses, finish with 1-minute deep breathing. No need to be perfect, just sweat. Why? HIIT leads to afterburn. You'll keep burning fat for 6 to 8 hours post-workout. Day 6, food journaling. Write down what you ate, when you ate, what you felt. No judgment, no corrections, just observation as a friend. Example: 3:30 p.m., had a snack. Felt bored, needed to chew on something. Why? You'll realize you often eat not from hunger, but from boredom, sadness, or fatigue. Then you can choose music, a walk, or calling a friend instead of a bag of chips. Day 7, my day. Do something you love. Read a book. Sip coffee alone. Listen to old songs. Take a longer shower. Watch a movie. It doesn't have to be productive, just joyful. Why? Stress is one of the deepest roots of belly fat. A truly relaxing day is a way to make peace with yourself, and your belly will follow. After 7 days, not only will your waistline begin to shift, but more importantly, your mindset will have started to transform. From trying to lose weight to learning to live well. From forcing to choosing. From punishment to healing. Part 6. Inspirational closing and call to action. You know, maybe you've watched countless videos, listened to dozens of podcasts, read article after article. But if you're still here, listening to this very moment, that tells me one thing: you truly care about yourself. Losing belly fat might sound simple, but in reality, it's a journey. A journey to relearn how to love yourself. A journey to listen to your body again, instead of avoiding it. A journey to be patient with yourself, one meal, one night's sleep, one deep breath at a time. I know you're busy. I know you have responsibilities, kids, work, deadlines, pressure. I know there are days when simply opening your eyes in the morning feels overwhelming. But I also know this: you're not alone. There are millions like you, age 35, 45, even 55, choosing to start again. And every single day, they prove. Backhand index pointing right, it's never too late to change. Backhand index pointing right, it's never too late to fall in love with yourself again. Backhand index pointing right, and you are never too small to create something extraordinary. So today, what will you choose? Will you take one small step forward, or leave everything exactly as it is? You don't have to change everything all at once. You just have to begin. One step, one action. Backhand index pointing right, start today with just one simple thing. Comment down below. Memo: I'm ready. Share with us one thing you learned from this video, or one thing you commit to doing this week. I will read every comment, and I'll walk this path with you. And if you found this video helpful, pushpin hit like, share it with a friend who might also need a spark of hope. Pushpin subscribe to this channel so you don't miss what's next, because this journey, we're in it together. Thank you for listening. And always remember, Sparkles, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin.